Welcome to our channel, where we share breathtaking stories, tense moments, and emotional journeys of human beings. Today, we would like to bring you a thrilling story where loyalty, love, and conscience are put to the ultimate test by a cruel plot of a secret person. In the darkness of a moonless night, the secret person carried out a cruel plan that surprised everyone. Sharon and Phyllis, two women with separate pasts and lives, were suddenly kidnapped and cruelly imprisoned. Not stopping there, the kidnapper also arranged a dangerous situation. He let both of them call Nick for help, the only person who could save them, and posed a difficult choice: who to save between the two. The phone rang in the middle of the night like a bell signaling a crisis. First came Sharon's weak call, carrying sighs, despair, and warm pleas for help, mixed with memories of happy times gone by. Less than a few minutes later, Phyllis's call rang out, carrying the echoes of fear and a desire to be freed. Two voices, two cries for help, and a cruel request. Nick had to make a decision: who to save, and from there decide the fate of both of them. Nick, who was known for his calmness and reason, suddenly fell into a storm of emotions when he received that fateful call. Every passing moment, his mind was torn between painful memories and conflicting emotions. Nick's heart was filled with many emotions: the image of Sharon with the afternoons they shared, laughter, the warmth in her eyes, and the secret words of comfort. Meanwhile, Phyllis, with her strong character and independence, taught him lessons in inner strength and determination. In that moment, all of Nick's senses were turned upside down. Every cry for help over the phone was not only a cry for help but also a call from the past, from the memories he once held dear. His heart wavered between hope and pain, between the appreciation of the past and the present that required uncompromising determination. He realized that, although reason could make many analyses, in the end, the decision had to come from the heart that had loved and was loving sincerely. Memories of Sharon did not stop at peaceful moments together. In Nick's mind, Sharon always appeared as a soulmate, someone who would soothe loneliness and warmed cold nights. She had a gentleness, a kindness, and the ability to lighten things up. Memories of sunsets, late-night conversations, and shared joys, all of them created an unforgettable emotional symphony. Meanwhile, Phyllis, with her strength and determination, also left a deep impression. She was not only a woman who stood firm in the face of storms, but also a symbol of independence and self-reliance. Nick remembered the times Phyllis faced life's challenges, the moments when she did not flinch in the face of difficulties, helping him realize the true strength of a person. Each person had their own precious qualities, and having to choose between them like that made his heart ache. In the moment of extreme tension, when the kidnapper returned with a third call, his cold voice emphasized that time waits for no one. "Choose now, or you both will suffer the consequences," he declared cruelly. Every second that passed was a shock to Nick, as Sharon and Phyllis's cries and sighs echoed, weighing heavily on his soul. Nick clearly felt the weight of this decision. He wondered if he could save both of them, but the kidnapper's cruelty had made every hopeful possibility disappear. Before the wall of fate, Nick was forced to face a painful decision: choose to save the person his heart loved the most, even though he knew the choice would cause pain for both of them. In that seemingly endless moment, when light glimmered through the dark night, Nick found the answer to his heart. Through many thoughts, through many painful moments of inner turmoil, he realized that his feelings for Sharon had become so deep that they could not be changed. The sweet memories, the gentle promises, and the companionship throughout the past clearly affirmed that, for Nick, Sharon was the only person whose heart he could not forget. With a trembling but determined voice, Nick made his choice. He declared that if there was a chance to save someone, the person his heart yearned for, the person who lit up his faith and brought happiness in every moment, it was Sharon. Although he knew that this choice meant he could not save Phyllis, in that fateful moment, his heart could not hide his sincere and deep feelings. As soon as the choice was made, the air in the room suddenly froze. The kidnapper, with his cold eyes and sarcastic smile, left an indelible scar in Nick's soul. Sharon was taken away, carrying new faith and hope, while Phyllis remained with her tragic fate, creating an unfillable void in Nick's heart. The following hours passed in painful silence. Nick struggles with regret, with the pain of not being able to save both of them. He tells himself that, despite the inevitable consequences of his choice, it was a decision based on the most sincere feelings of his heart. Every night, when the lights dim in his bedroom, Nick is haunted by images of the two of them: the image of Sharon, who gave him faith and hope, and Phyllis, who left her mark of resilience, albeit in different ways. Nick's decision not only determines the fate of a fateful night, but also opens up an arduous journey of healing. Sharon, after being rescued, not only faces fear, but also has to overcome deep emotional wounds left by the past. Nick, with kindness and sincere love, pledges to accompany her, helping her overcome difficulties, gradually rebuilding her faith in life. The visits, the long conversations at night under the flickering lights became the spiritual medicine that helped Sharon gradually recover. She learned to forgive fate, learned to live with the loss and look forward to a hopeful future. Each passing day, the pain was gradually soothed by the warmth of Nick's love and constant care, along with the support from loved ones around. Meanwhile, Phyllis's image remained an inseparable part of Nick's memory. He spent time thinking, wondering if there was a way to redeem his mistakes, if he could find a chance to save Phyllis in another moment. That process became a valuable lesson about sacrifice, courage and forgiveness, the values that made Nick who he was. He realized that, although every decision brings pain, it is that pain that creates the strength for each person to stand up after falling. The thrilling story of Nick, Sharon, and Phyllis is not only a confrontation with destiny but also clearly reflects the contradictions, inner conflicts that people often have to go through when facing suffocating situations. The surrounding community was also shocked by this tragedy. Friends, relatives, and witnesses all had to wonder, can love overcome all challenges in an unpredictable situation? In addition, psychologists later analyzed this story as a testament to the power of loyalty and the profound influence of the past on present decisions. Nick's choice is not simply a decision based on personal feelings, but also the result of the accumulation of emotions, of sacrifices and memories that have created a person full of contradictions but also very real. Through this dramatic story, we realize that, in life, there is no perfect choice. Every decision, even made with the most sincere feelings, comes with inevitable consequences. Nick, although he chose to save Sharon, always carries in his heart the longing and regret for Phyllis, a woman with undeniable strength and determination. Those painful experiences taught Nick the lesson of trust and forgiveness. He learned that forgiving himself is not easy, but it is the only way to open the door to healing the soul. Over time, the wounds gradually healed, and the tears that replaced the pain were gradually replaced by smiles of faith and hope. Nick understood that, although the past was deeply scarred, it was those scars that made him who he really was, a person who knew how to love, sacrifice, and forgive. Although the trials of fate are not over, it is in the most difficult moments that love and loyalty help people find a glimmer of light at the end of the road. Sharon gradually recovers, moving on to a new journey of life with faith in tomorrow and comfort from those around her. Nick, with a heart that has experienced so much pain, continues to live with the hope that one day, he can atone for his mistakes and find peace in his soul. Their story is a reminder that, in life, difficult decisions, no matter how painful, will become an indispensable part of each person's journey to maturity. Every wound, every pain brings us lessons about resilience, about love, and about the ability to overcome adversity. The thrilling story of Nick, Sharon, and Phyllis is not simply a cruel plot of the kidnapper, but also a profound exploration of love, loyalty, and sacrifice. In that fateful moment, Nick was faced with a cruel choice, choosing to save the true love from the past and present, the one he believed, even if it cost him pain, that was the only path according to his conscience. Through this story, we hope you will feel the complexity of emotions, of inner conflicts when facing unpredictable fates. It is a lesson about sacrifice, courage, and the importance of always believing in love and forgiveness. Although every decision brings pain, it is that pain that helps us grow and live more fully. Thank you for listening to our story, where each story is filled with passion and belief in the power of love. Please continue to accompany us to explore the deep emotions of the human heart and find light in the darkness of life.